Chapter 3. Great job, and welcome back. Let's go over some definitions of common confined space language on government construction projects. You'll hear these terms quite often when you're working on projects that require confined space. Oxygen deficient atmosphere. This is a confined space with an oxygen content below 19.5% by volume. Oxygen enriched atmosphere. A confined space atmosphere containing more than 23.5% oxygen by volume. Attendant. The attendant is an individual who is stationed outside the permit-required confined space, PRCS. He or she monitors the entrance and performs attendance duties assigned in the employer's permit-required confined space program. If you remember the first confined space incident we talked about, where the foreman asphyxiated in a new sewer system, we discovered there was not an attendant outside the PRCS. Authorized entrant. This is an employee who has been authorized by the employer to enter a permit-required confined space. Entry Supervisor. The entry supervisor is the person responsible for determining if acceptable entry conditions are present. The entry supervisor also authorizes entry and oversees entry operations and terminates entry as required. Emergency responders. The CSCP shall coordinate with local emergency responders to determine if they're capable of a rescue from the confined space location in 5 minutes or under. If the local emergency responders do not have the appropriate rescue capability, this capability shall be developed on-site. On construction sites and/or during operations and maintenance, all fixed permit-required confined spaces shall be labeled as a danger. Permit-required confined spaces that are created as part of construction work shall be labeled and have a barrier to restrict entry. When it comes to confined space identification, facilities and project sites must assign a safety supervisor or confined space competent person, CSCP, to identify all confined spaces and determine entry rules and requirements prior to performing the work. There is a flowchart in the course handout which I encourage you to download and reference. This flowchart will show you how to identify confined spaces and determine the various requirements needed for entry. At the end of the work tasks where a permit-required confined space was entered, there shall be an after-action review by all parties. This review should cover all procedures used to document any improvement on the procedures which could have been used. For U.S. ACE operations, this review must also include safety personnel for the site and any security or emergency responders for contract operations. Also included in the review will be the Government Designated Authority, or GDA, and all security or emergency responders on site. Some of the potential hazards in confined spaces would be an oxygen deficiency of less than 19.5% or greater than 23.5%, combustibles such as methane, hydrogen, acetylene, propane, gasoline fumes, toxic materials such as carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfide, welding fumes, corrosives, electricity, steam, and mechanical hazards such as mixers or crushers. A non-permit required confined space is a confined space that has been proven to have no potential for any hazardous atmosphere. They have no potential to contain any hazards capable of causing death or serious physical harm. An example of a non-permit required confined space would be a trench with the following conditions. The trench is greater than 4 feet deep, and there aren't utility lines near the trench, and the atmosphere has been tested and the LEL readings and O2 level readings are acceptable. Finally, no gas-powered equipment is in the trench.
Hi, I'm Jesse from Titan University, the leader in government construction safety, quality control, and environmental training. We hope you enjoyed the module preview from our online course, Confined Space Safety on Government Construction Projects. Please like, share, and comment if you did. We'd really appreciate it. If you want to learn more or get your Confined Space Safety certificate, head on over to Titan University by clicking the link below. Our courses are affordable and easy to comprehend. Plus, we also have course materials you can download to assist you. The Confined Space Safety course has several modules. But take your time. All of our courses save your place if you have to walk away. Take as long as you like to complete it. Please don't forget to like and share. If you have questions, ask them in the comments. We're happy to assist and hope to see you over on Titan University.